Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the live trading series with ninza.cold. As you've probably seen in the title, today's session is a very special one. You're going to experience the full roller coaster of trading emotions, the excitement of winning, the fear of losing, and then the thrill of coming back with more wins. And in this session, we'll be going through as many as 24 trades in a row. For today, I'll be using the quantum vol delta and solar wave indicators, but with a completely new strategy setup. So before we dive into the trades, let's go ahead and set these indicators up on the chart together. First, let's add the solar wave RK to the chart. And in this session, I'll only be taking advantage of the momentum the trend gives us, not following through every single stage of the trend. We'll turn off all unnecessary signals on the chart after fine-tuning a few parameters. This way, the chart stays clean, focused, and much easier to read. As you can see, the trend vector and trailing stop are now closely tracking the price, allowing us to capture even the smaller trends. In other words, we only follow the price moves with strong momentum while filtering out the flat, sideways periods. Next, we'll add quantum vol delta to the chart. The great thing about this indicator is that you don't need to adjust anything related to the interface. On the King Renko 12-6 chart, these are the settings I personally use for quantum vol delta. So now you can see that I'll be trading based on positive strong signals during the upward phase of the solar wave. In other words, when the price is climbing sharply. On the flip side, when the trend turns bearish, we'll wait for negative strong signals. In other words, when the price is dropping sharply. However, to place trades automatically, I'll be using Captain Optimus Strong to fully automate the strategy. First, I'll add Solar Wave RK as an input in Captain using the same settings you've just set up for Solar Wave RK. Next, we'll define the encoded signals. And this step is absolutely crucial. Here, an uptrend signal is defined as greater than 0, while a downtrend signal is defined as less than 0. Next, since we need quantum vol delta, I'll add it to Captain Optimus Strong. Here, the positive strong signal will be encoded as 3, while the negative strong signal will be encoded as 3. And now, you can see the COS signal appearing, a clear sign that we're ready to start trading automatically. All right, let's get started. For the very first trade, I went a little on instinct. I noticed the price showing strong selling pressure, and right after that, the sell pressure signal appeared. That's why I placed a manual trade here. This is the only trade I'll take based on personal intuition, not following the checklist. With the first few trades, we usually score some wins. But as trading goes on, changes in the market can push our strategy off track, leading to drawdown periods. While you're watching my trades, I want to share something important. Almost every strategy will face losing streaks, because there's no such thing as a system that wins 100% of the time. For me, the key to managing drawdowns is setting clear limits on both profits and losses. For example, if I lose $500 in a single day, I stop. If I gain over $1,000, I also stop. This way, I avoid overtrading. I've also noticed that after a drawdown, many traders stop trading altogether and get stressed out. But in reality, those are the moments when we need to stay strong. Every strategy comes with drawdowns, and after losses, the wins eventually return to help us recover what we lost. Rarely will any strategy be filled only with losses. The real secret is to minimize the losing trades, manage risk with tools like ATM, and stick to discipline. Here's a little tip. Once you've reached 50% of your profit target, lock in 20-30% of that profit. If you then give back 20% of those locked gains, stop trading. It's the best way to protect both your capital and your mindset. Let's keep watching the trades unfold. Along the way, we'll go through a whole range of emotions together. In these trades, it feels as if the market is working against us. No matter how we enter, the result is still a loss. But remember, we should only stop trading when our discipline rules are broken. The key is to never change the strategy out of frustration. And then, after the losing streak, we started picking up some winning trades again. You see, trading isn't about winning all the time. Losing is just part of the game. What really matters is sticking to the strategy we've chosen and having the patience to ride it through. And that brings us to the end of today's trading session. We've gone through a full range of emotions, wins, losses, and then wins again. Maybe it wasn't the most successful trading day, but it was definitely one of the most meaningful ones to talk about. Once again, thank you so much for staying with me until the very end of this video. Join the Hello Win Forum, where ninZaFamily traders come together to explore valuable trading knowledge and products. Click the link in the description to get started. Thanks for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you don't miss our latest content.